morning and welcome to Rise and 9 on this Christmas week. We're both in Christmas red today.
Yeah, December 22nd, a Monday, but maybe it doesn't feel like it if you have a short week ahead.
I know. Luckily, it'll be good for travel for people, but yeah, kind of unseasonably warm this week.
Right, and we had so much snow after Thanksgiving and snow every single weekend except for this one leading up to it. It's just funny how it's mostly gone already.
I know. I thought for sure this was the year we'd have a white Christmas, wouldn't have to worry about it because all that snow and then it stayed cold, but joke's on me.
Right.
It's going to be in the 50s.
And it didn't really feel like, oh, this is warm, this will melt all of it. I thought we had a lot of cold days in there too.
I know. I thought it would be on the ground because we had so much piled up, but here we go. We're going to have, in the 50s for Christmas Day. That's warm.
It really is. I think we had in the 60s in 2019. I'd have to check. But yeah, kind of a trend. It's kind of weird.
I know, yeah. It's typical that we don't see a lot of snow before Christmas, but because we did this year, got my hopes up for a white Christmas. But that's okay. It's easier for travel. You don't have to worry about it, which is really nice.
Right. It does make it so much easier to not have to worry about snow coming down and even walking around on the sidewalks if you're still doing that shopping or, it's so nice out. Maybe you are going on a longer walk. I've been taking my dog out for some longer walks, and it is nice that you can do things like that too.
I know, yeah, it's feeling like spring out there already.
Right, even have the kids out playing a little bit for a while.
Nice. Hopefully it'll stay warm because you know what'll probably happen? We'll get a bunch of snow in like March.
Right. It does seem like the winter is like you'll have snow a little bit later and it'll be cold later in the season. So we'll have to see what happens this year.
Yeah, I'll enjoy this week while we got it.
Exactly. But a busy weekend, this huge fire that happened in Cedar Rapids.
Yeah, this was massive. You've maybe seen pictures online or seen in our newscast, but just a huge fire. And this was near ABC Disposal. And this started Saturday night. It took firefighters like a whole day to put it out.
25 hours was when they were done putting that out. Just that it started with bales of cardboard on fire and those were smoldering, and you could even smell that kind of acrid smell of smoke and see the haze in the air on Sunday morning.
Yeah, and I know the fire department said pretty much every firefighter was involved in trying to fight this thing on Saturday night. So busy weekend for firefighters, but they were able to put that fire out, like you said, about 25 hours later.
Yeah, now the cleanup process starts for the people who work there. It's probably going to be a big job ahead too.
Yeah, busy and on the week of Christmas, so just kind of unfortunate.
Right, but something that would pay for a lot of presents if you still need to buy some for Christmas, if you won the lottery, it's $1.6 billion. The lump sum is $700 million. It's so much money.
It's so much money, and somebody out there bought a Powerball ticket at Quick Start in Vinton, and they got all the numbers except that Powerball, but still $1 million. So check your tickets.
Yeah, this might not be something that that even if you match all the numbers but not the Powerball, you still win a lot of money. And in this case, $1 million.
Yeah, so double check those tickets. We wrote these numbers down. It's 4, 5, 28, 52, 69. And the Powerball, which they didn't get, was 20. But again, if you just have those other 5 numbers, $1 million?
It's not the whole lottery jackpot, but $1 million is still nice. And I really hope they kept their ticket and didn't think like, oh, I didn't get the Powerball, so this is worth nothing.
Yeah, I hope they have it too. They have till June 18th to claim the prize. So gosh, what a Christmas gift for somebody out there.
Right. Maybe that is what well, I suppose you wouldn't really do that. Some people buy scratchers or something, but
yeah. Yeah, you never know. It gets in somebody's stocking.
Right. Keep that one away from the fireplace.
I know. That would be quite the thing. I'd be like, oh, I should probably share this with whoever gifted it to me.
Right. Yeah, I don't think this is the biggest Powerball ever, but that is a lot of money.
That is quite a bit of money. And they'll draw the Powerball number tonight. You mentioned the amount there. It's insane. And the winner, if they do the lump sum, $735 million.
Right. And there hasn't been a winner since September. The odds are winning in like something in millions, but you don't win if you don't play.
I know, right? I know. I've only tried it a couple times and didn't win, but you never know. Somebody's going to win.
Somebody
eventually
has to at some point.
Yeah, but that's so fun when it gets really big like that. And it's awesome that somebody local has that $1 million ticket.
Yeah, we'll have to find out who that is maybe. Yeah. But someone who won the lottery in love are this couple who have been married for 80 years.
Yes, this is Eldon and Arlene Moon. This was the We the People. This was such a cute story. I can't even imagine. 80 years they've been married.
Yeah. And they had a whole gathering, like so many people out there singing carols. It was a whole celebration. They were high school sweethearts, which is kind of funny because both me and my husband and you and your husband were as well.
I know, yeah, that is crazy. It is one of those things, though, if you get married younger, then, maybe you can make that 80 because you start earlier. So, yeah, it is pretty cool that we both married our high school sweethearts, and for them to be together for that long is so special. Right. I loved getting to hear from them, too.
Yeah, and I love hearing their story too. Eldon served in World War II, and they got married when he came home. So just really neat, and we thank him for his service too. And that's just a really cool story. That's such a long time to be married. They seem very happy too, and they're like, it was a normal life. We, built a house, had a couple kids. He worked as a teacher, educator around here. Yeah,
a great life. They said they had no regrets. So yeah, I know. I was trying to do the math. I don't know how old they were when they got married, but like for 80 years, I mean, that's like a lifetime. That's a long time.
Right. The daughter said, I believe, if I'm remembering the story right, that the wife was going to be turning 100 next year. I'm not sure how old I'm not sure how old Eldon is.
Yeah, that is so cool. I loved that story. I love getting to hear those love stories.
Right, absolutely.
And in this week's Working Iowa, kind of a fun story too. I went over to Czech Village for Pahoda, Patio, and Pop-Ups. These are brand new, so maybe you haven't seen them yet, but they're these 3 little pop-up shops that were built in Czech Village, kind of in the patio area next to a new bookstore that also just opened recently. And they just allow small businesses to kind of be like an incubator. You know, you can be right on a busy street of Czech Village and get all that foot traffic and stuff, but you don't have, the cost of having a big lease of like some storefronts maybe would be in Czech Village. So just a way to help out small businesses and also get some new shops into Czech Village.
Right. These reminded me of the West End up in Marion. Like a little bit different, not exactly the same look, but kind of the same idea. But I thought it kind of looked like the stores that you'd see in the Amana colonies. You just pop in and out, and they're small, but they pack a lot of stuff in there too.
Yeah, they're so cute. I got to go inside one of them, and it was just so cute. Had some clothes and some little gifts. But yeah, they just have such a cute vibe to them, and it's easy to be able to walk through all of them just right next to each other. So yeah, very fun to check out if you need any last minute gifts. Could be a good place to go.
Yeah, I'm curious about that bookstore too. Hopefully friends and family are listening, but did get some books this year for Christmas. But I loved giving that as a gift and getting it too.
Yeah, if you have readers in your family or you're a reader, I mean, this bookstore, it's called I'll Meet You There. So the owner of the bookstore helped bring the patio pop-ups. So when I was out there shooting the Working Iowa story, it was very cold. And she said, do you want to go check out my new bookstore? And our photographer, Sam, was doing all the cold work out there. Or actually, it was Nick I worked with this time. I usually work with Sam. I worked with Nick for this story. And so I said, yeah, I'll pop in. So I got to kind of walk around this newly opened bookstore. It is gorgeous in there.
Right. And Libby had done a story last week about the hat bar that went into Socorro, a part
right
of
across
it.
the street. Yes. Lots of new things really going on in Czech Village. And they already have it's already been such a cool place. But then you get all these new spots in there. And this bookstore is really cool because half of it is the bookstore and the other half of it is going to be a coffee shop. And so you'll be able to, grab coffee, walk around there. Bookstore had a little area for kids to do arts and crafts maybe while mom and dad shop around for books. So just really inviting and super cool new spot there in Czech Village.
Oh, you can never have too many books.
Yes, or stores.
Right, or places to get coffee, places to shop.
Yeah, so this was a fun one. The Working Iowa story is on our website if you want to check out those pop-ups.
Yeah, and it was the last weekend before Christmas. Had lots of things, fun holiday things going on. My extended family came down. We went to Frozen, the Cedar Rapids Community Theater production. It was incredible. Everything was so neat about it. Like the theater, even the screen where you sit down and look at it. It was all decorated. The lighting was incredible. I love the costumes. One of my favorite moments from it, though, was, the big song from Frozen, Let It Go.
Oh, yeah.
The big reveal when she goes from her, coronation dress to the sparkly dress that you're familiar. There were 2 dancers, and they just pulled it off flawlessly, like literally.
Oh my gosh.
And you could tell like how excited the crowd got, and that just like fed the performers. It was just such a cool moment. I'm just like getting goosebumps just thinking about it.
Oh my gosh. And I'm always so impressed whenever I see a show at TCR, just thinking these are local people that live here, and like the caliber of talent is insane.
Yeah.
I'm jealous I did not see that show, but that sounds like so much fun.
It was, and the women who played Elsa and Anna were just like perfect for their roles. Like you could see it immediately. Yeah, and my little niece and nephew were there too, and my nephew's just a couple years old, so he was like maybe a little bit ready to go, but everyone was so welcoming and just really like it's for kids too. Like it's nice to have kids be involved, and yeah, so much fun. And then we they stayed at my house, had some fun kid-themed dinner ideas, but they just wanted berries anyway, but that's okay.
That is so much fun to have them stay over. I remember with Frozen 2, Elsa and Anna had come in on Everyday Iowa.
Yeah.
And they were not in costume. And I remember I was like double taking. Because like I see, the advertising all over town of Frozen. And I was like, are you guys Elsa and Anna? Yeah, I was excited to meet them. That was so cool.
It was awesome. And then one of our coworkers' daughter was young Anna, and she did incredible. Excited to talk to her about it. But also someone who stood out as well was the character who was Sven, the reindeer. That had to be amazing to get that character all figured out to be up on the stilts or whatever it was, and they control the ears and the eyes. It was really neat. Like you're watching the action, but then you're like, oh, what's he doing? It was really cool.
That's so cool. Well, and Olaf we saw perform here also on Everyday Iowa, and the way they did that costuming too, I mean, gosh, it's just really neat.
Right, and I was thinking, I've been to these shows like before Christmas for a while, because last year was Beauty and the Beast, the year before it was Wizard of Oz. I'm like excited for next year already.
I know those holiday ones. I saw Beauty and the Beast last year too, and there were lots of little girls dressed up as princesses.
Oh, they were so cute.
Just so fun.
Yeah, lots of Elsas in the crowd.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, I just love that they do that, and the talent here is insane.
Yeah, it's amazing. But just a few days away from Christmas. I can't believe it's almost here.
I know. Yeah, we went Friday night. We did our Christmas light drive around and kind of went and tried to find different lights in the area. We found a couple really good ones. One house out in Marion had like lights shooting off of its roof, like you would see it like a car dealership.
That's amazing.
Yeah, you could see it for a ways. I'm like, I think there's one over there. Another house had just a whole yard of just huge inflatables, so the kids love that. But yeah, just super fun doing that this weekend, and then I got all my wrapping done.
That's a big
job
too.
Backache. Yes, I didn't realize how much like crouching over I'm doing trying to ribbon all these packages until last night. I'm like, oh, my back is killing me.
And then it all gets ripped off in just seconds.
I know, so worth it though. It's just such a fun time of year. And Saturday we went to Des Moines and saw my husband's extended family, all their kids, and kind of had like a little early Christmas get together with them. So that's what I love about this time of year, is just getting to see family.
Right. Yeah, Sunday also, when the family woke up, I made some brunch for them, and I made a snowman pancake too. So it was cute.
So cute. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't think about that before till my daughter had requested it. But yeah, that's actually kind of easier to do because they're already circles. Like this is way easier than them requesting Minnie Mouse. And
Just add on the chocolate chips. Yeah, we went out also on Friday night to look at Christmas lights, but it didn't seem like there were some really nice ones. It didn't seem like they're quite as much as other years. Yeah. So maybe just because we've had such snowy weekends. I know we didn't do quite as much on our own house as we had hoped to.
Yeah, maybe if people didn't get out and do it, before Thanksgiving, then you're kind of SOL on those weekends. So that would explain it. But the ones that are up I did see several that were really good. So it's always fun to do that this time of year. It's kind of this bittersweet time now where you're like, it's days away till Christmas, which is so exciting, but then it's over after that. It comes and goes, and then I just love to keep the magic a little longer. I'm going to leave my Christmas trees up till New Year's at least.
Oh, at least. Yeah, we'd leave it up for the 12 days of Christmas. I'm not putting that down anytime soon.
Yeah, we got to enjoy those lights just a little bit longer.
Yeah, it gets so dark too.
I know. But the days are getting longer.
Yep, they will slowly but surely. That yesterday officially marked the start of winter, the least amount of daylight in the day yesterday. So we'll be getting a few minutes here and there.
On the up and up.
I kind of don't really like it though, because I don't mind that it gets dark, and I realize I have an unusual schedule, and that's not a luxury other people get to have, but for me, I really kind of like it when it gets dark when I go to bed and I get to see the sunset.
It is easier for us to go to bed when it's dark out.
So if you're a shift worker, I get you. I understand it, and I like it.
Yeah, it does have its perks. I will say, when it's dark and cold early, the sleep is better.
Yeah.
However, like just the patio nights of summer, the fact that it's still light out at 7 and you can still be in your yard, I do love that. But it has its benefits for the shift, that's for sure.
Yeah, well, it's going to be so warm, you could still have a patio.
Yeah, no kidding. Right. You could grill out your Christmas dinner if you want to.
Exactly.
Well, thank you for joining us this morning on Rise and 9.
Have a great day.